Hi guys, welcome to our channel. What you looking, Johnny?
Oh, good.
Today is...
Hi, everyone.
Oh, hi everyone. Today is Friday, the 14th of January 2022. And guys, today is the third day. We don't have internet. And it's very annoying. We cannot watch Netflix and YouTube in the big screen. Yep.
I miss it.
Johnny missed it. So anyway,
I miss it.
yes, we're just getting by with the phone network.
Which is not
So
very
good.
satisfactory.
Yeah, very slow.
Very slow. It's more off than on.
Yeah.
Yes, this wonderful country. I'm going to get nuclear submarines, you know.
Oh, don't start, Johnny.
And then we can't even keep the internet going.
Okay, that's it.
But
then.
we'll be able to operate nuclear submarines. Oh, yeah, that'll be all right.
Anyway, guys, today.
And we couldn't even keep coverage going for the world of Djokovic. When they were having the immigration hearing, the line kept dropping out.
Darling, that's not our topic today.
No.
Anyway, guys, someone suggesting that if I can do a video about the cost of living here in Mareeba, Australia. So that's what we're doing now. We will talk about the cost of living in Mareeba, Australia, because that's where we are. Before we start, I will let you know that the cost of living here in Australia depends where you are. If you live in the city, that is more expensive because the house prices and house renting price is more expensive than the countryside. And we are in the countryside, guys.
Yeah.
So let's start about the house. If you own a house and you paid for it, you don't need to pay mortgage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No mortgage.
Yeah. And the mortgage, guys, depends on how much the house you bought. I don't know about how much mortgage paid by month because I haven't experienced it, guys.
But here in Mareeba, the houses, a nice home, is around $500,000. But you can get older homes closer to the town.
Yeah.
They were only about 5 k's out of town. Older homes for around 250, 300,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that would be cheaper mortgage every month.
It's a big country town.
Yeah.
Fairly big country town. But there's only one sort of main street. Then lots of little auxiliary streets and so forth. Yeah. So if you're in a position to buy your home, well, great, no mortgage. But
Yeah.
if you have to rent a home, the rent can average anywhere between, what, Marianne? To
$270 to $460 per week, guys.
week.
Yeah, the renting payment is per week in here because your salary is per week. Yeah. And if you own a house, guys, you need house insurance if you want to pay the price.
Yeah.
If you want to pay the price, because the house insurance now is getting very high. Yeah.
We don't have house insurance.
Yeah.
We don't pay for house insurance.
Yeah, we don't pay, so we don't have that bill.
We went through, before I met Marianne and we were married, I went through a cyclone, actually 2 cyclones in Mirrawinny, which is down the mountain, 2 hours from here. And I was paying about $550 per year, $550 a year for house insurance, full coverage. But after the cyclone, there was so much damage in our township and surrounding towns that the premiums jumped from around $500 to around $2,000 for full house insurance, and I refused to pay that. So
That's why we don't have
yeah,
house insurance.
basically I never got any damage through the 2 cyclones that I went through in Mirrawinny. Basically no damage. So I thought, well, I'm not paying house insurance anymore. I'm not playing their little game. So we're not insured here in Mareeba. We're very careful. We switch things off when we go out. We make sure that we're not going to have a house fire.
Yeah.
The best that we can.
Yeah.
But we don't feel there's any threat from trees falling on the house, or the house is built to cyclone standards.
Yep.
So it's a gamble, but for the last 15 years I haven't had insurance, and the gamble has paid off.
Yeah.
Not to say it always will, but it's a risk I'm willing to run.
Yep.
Yeah.
And next, guys, is electricity. Our electricity before is $350 per quarter, or
Every 3 months.
yeah, every 3 months, because that's how they pay in here, every 3 months, $350. But now we have solar panels. We're free.
We're free. Basically, it's done monthly now. The bill is done monthly, but we've had it now for about 7 or 8 months, and most months free. The grid actually owes us. The last few weeks, we've had a lot of overcast weather and rain, so probably this month we'll end up owing about $4 or $5.
Yeah.
But with solar, basically, we're free, and we've got 2 air conditioners, fans, irrigation system for the land.
Yeah.
And we tend to try to operate things when the sun is shining, especially the irrigation, so we're not having to pay electricity. So solar panels are the way to go to pretty well negate any electricity costs. Yeah. Initially you've got a fairly big commitment to install it. I think ours was about $8,000.
Yeah.
About $8,000.
Yes.
But it pays you back in leaps and bounds. Yeah.
Yeah. Give us peace of mind using the air condition, guys.
Yeah, you never worry about using electricity. It's not a problem.
Yeah. So next is if you own a house, you need to pay house or council rates.
Council rates.
And that is
Twice a year, every 6 months, you pay your rates.
yeah, and each year is $2,800.
That's what it costs us, $2,800 a year, or $1,400 every 6 months.
Yeah. And if you're renting, guys, you don't worry about that. You don't have that.
So the rates are a contribution to the council for the maintenance of roads,
Yeah.
the provision of our water,
Yeah.
parks and gardens. So it's a contribution to keeping the town
And it has
in good condition.
emergency levy on it.
Yeah, there's a levy within the rates for state emergency services, which you contribute to. That's like ambulance, fire brigade, and the state emergency service, yeah. So that's within the rates, but it
Yeah.
covers all that.
Yeah, water consumption is in it too.
Sorry, yeah, we have to pay for our water consumption, but
Yeah.
that's within the rates, yeah.
Yeah, it's all in the rates. But if you want me to break down our water consumption, guys, it's $30 every 6 months.
Yeah.
That's on the rates that we pay.
That we pay
Yeah.
for the water.
That is cheap because we don't use town water to water our plants. We have deep well or
We
bore,
have a bore.
just run by pump electricity.
And we run that by the solar.
Yeah.
So the electricity doesn't cost anything for the irrigation, nor does the water. The water is free from the ground.
Yeah. And let's go to the gas cooking, or the gas that I use for cooking there, guys. That is $26 for 5 to 6 months of using.
Because we live in a cyclone area for about 4, maybe 5 months of the year, the cyclone season, if we do get strong winds or a cyclone, invariably the electricity will go out.
Yeah.
So you need a means of cooking other than electricity, which is gas. So we cook on the outside barbecue, just outside the kitchen.
Yeah.
But we use that all the time.
Yeah, because our cooktop inside, guys, is electricity.
And at night when you're cooking, you're paying for the electricity, so we don't pay for electricity. we cook outside. We think that's a little bit cheaper than using electricity at night without solar.
Yeah. So that's it for
And also with gas, it's instant heat because your hot plates take a while
I noticed
to
that
heat
too.
up, so it's not efficient.
Yeah.
Whereas you've got instant heat with your gas.
Yep. So next is the groceries or the food. Our budget is $140 per week. Sometimes it's less, guys. We don't eat much.
Pretty much. That's just an average figure. I think usually it is less, but that's a maximum figure.
Yes, because it's only the two of us, guys.
140.
And we don't eat much. And sometimes if you have extra, guys, you can eat outside.
Restaurant.
Or restaurant or fast food. But at the moment, we are banned in restaurant and fast food.
Because we're not vaccinated, so we're not allowed into restaurants. And that's great in a way too, because all the money we're saving.
Yes, we save money on that. So we move on to the cars. Here in Australia, you really need a car, especially if you're working. You need a car to go to work because we don't have tricycle. Or maybe we have taxi, but it's very expensive. Is there a taxi in Mareeba?
Yeah, there's taxi.
Yeah, there is a taxi, guys, but it's very expensive than having your own car. And having a car, to buy a car, you can buy a good car in $5,000 or to $10,000.
An older car in reasonable
one.
condition, which for $10,000 should get you a car in good condition. Yeah, an older car.
My first car is $4,000. It was a good car.
It was a good car. We had.
Yeah. I used it for 2 years because I changed. That's my car now, the manual. And guys, having a car, you need fuel. So our fuel consumption per week is $50. About $50. Roughly, yeah. If we drive a long drive, it would be more than $50 per week. But
the advantage here of living in Mareeba, we're about 5 kilometres out of town in a new subdivision, and there's virtually no traffic to go to town. There's no traffic in town, as in there's one set of traffic lights.
Yeah.
But it's not. There's no congestion.
Yeah,
you go in, easy. Turn down to where you want to go. There's no stop start.
Yeah.
It's great. Not like a city.
Yeah.
There's never traffic jams as in a city.
Yeah.
So you tend to minimise the amount of fuel you use because there's no congestion. You're not idling and wasting fuel.
Yeah.
And we're not that far out of town, but we're in the countryside.
Yes.
And it's 5 minutes to town.
Yeah. And next of having a car is registration, guys. And the standard registration of a car is
probably
around $700.
Yeah.
A year? Per year?
Per year.
Yes.
You can pay it 6 monthly.
Yeah.
But that is mandatory. You must have a registration of the car to drive it on the road.
Yeah. And guys, it's based on the engine power of your car and the weight. That's what Johnny said.
Yeah. But more so the weight.
Yeah.
More so the weight. The heavier the car, the higher is the insurance.
No,
or
registration. Yeah. And next is insurance. You need insurance, guys.
Well, you don't have to have car insurance, but it's wise.
Yeah.
Because if you have an accident and you can have it fixed immediately if you've got full coverage, and then the insurance company sorts out recovery of their money from the other party if they were at fault, or if you were at fault. It doesn't cost you anything, but you can't have just third-party property on a car, which is very, very cheap, which means if you have an accident and you damage someone's Mercedes-Benz or Rolls-Royce, the damage to that car is covered, but not to your car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only comprehensive insurance will cover the fixing of your car. So third-party property means you can pay for someone else's damage, but if you're driving carefully all the time, and you're lucky, you can get away with third-party property. insurance.
So our comprehensive insurance around $600 a year, guys.
Yeah, on your car.
Yeah, but third party is cheaper than that. That is the insurance of my car now because I don't use it much. I don't work anymore, so I don't know how much is the third party, Johnny boy.
It would be about 125 a year.
125 for third party.
Third party property is about
insurance.
125,
Yeah.
as against full coverage around 600.
Yeah. So next is maintenance of the car, guys.
So a service on your car every 6 months, we said would probably be around $250.
Yeah, but for us, Johnny service our car, so we save money for that. So we don't pay car service.
No.
Yes, car maintenance. Johnny is the maintenance guy. My mechanic, our mechanic of the 3 cars. Yeah, we have 3 cars, so lots of bills. Yeah, so next is the phone bills. We paid $85 per month for the 2 phones.
For 2 mobiles,
Yeah,
mobile phones.
yes.
And that gives us 100 gigabytes each of data.
Yeah, so we have 200 for the 2 phones.
Yeah. But we
Share.
never use it because we're always using the house internet.
And now we use it.
Yeah, we don't need to go into that because
Yeah.
that's abnormal. But
We only use it when we go away somewhere that I need connection when their
we're outside
Wi-Fi.
the house.
Yeah, and also in the accommodation when their Wi-Fi is limited, guys, I use the Vodafone data.
yeah.
Yeah. So next is the internet. So our internet is $80 per month.
And we get 600 gigabytes.
Yeah.
Which we only ever use half.
Half of it. Yeah, we don't really use it all or over now because we only use watch YouTube and Netflix, guys.
Yeah.
So next is Netflix. Our Netflix is $20 per month.
And you'd watch movies.
Yeah, just movies for Netflix. That's per month. That is the highest amount of their, what do you call that then?
It lets us see 4K movies,
Yeah,
ultra high definition.
yeah,
You can have cheaper,
yeah.
a cheaper rate, but then you can't watch your movies if they're being filmed in 4K or ultra high definition or high dynamic range. You'll only see them in high definition. You can't
Yeah.
get that extra clarity
Yeah.
unless you go to the next level, which we're at.
Yeah, so that's why we get to the highest
Higher level.
the higher level of the
Netflix.
Netflix. So, and next is the medical expenses or hospitalized in
Hospitalisation,
hospitalization in
going to the doctor.
Australia or check up. It's free when you are a citizen or permanent resident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The government issues you with a card called a Medicare card. So as Marianne said, if you're Australian citizen or permanent resident, you get a card. So when you go to the doctor, it's free.
Medicare card, yeah.
Hospital is free. Sometimes when you go to the doctor here, some say, oh, we don't bulk bill. So you've got to pay. You'll pay and then you'll get a rebate from the government. The government pays you back maybe 80% of what you paid the doctor. But
Yeah.
there are some doctors who bulk bill. You just show your card, in, out, no cost.
Yeah. But the dentist is not free here.
No.
For Johnny it's free, but for me it's not free and it's very expensive.
Dentists are expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's it, guys. So that's all our bills and expenses living here in Mareeba.
Which is the countryside.
Yeah.
If you live in a city, as Marianne said at the start, the rents will be more expensive, the houses are more expensive.
Yeah.
You use more on fuel, commuting around, getting to work, stop, start. So living in the countryside or country town is the way to go.
A little bit cheaper.
Yeah.
But
Well, probably a bit cheaper when you take
Yeah.
the house into it.
but in foods pretty much the same. prices.
Food price is pretty much the same.
Yeah, around all over Australia.
Yeah.
So that's it, guys. Next time we will do about job and business opportunities here in Mareeba. So thank you for watching, guys. See you in our next video. We hope that you learned something from this video about our cost of living in Mareeba. So thank you for watching, guys. God bless.
God bless.
Bye-bye.
See you guys. Bye.
Bye, Johnny.